welcome. This is the readings for the beginning of the week. It's for all signs of the zodiac. Yes, I'm sitting here in my little dressing gown because it's a bit cold and I feel like I just need the comfort this morning. Yeah, just blocking out the world, the matrix, and just being in our own little cozy bubble and go through the zodiacs for the beginning of the week, or for the whole week really, and just see what messages we're getting. I hope you're doing okay. If you watch this channel regularly, you know, we're part of a soul family together. We're awakening to a higher consciousness. We're really awakening to our true selves, like who we really are, as opposed to, I don't know, what society would like us to be, or what our own superego wanted us to be, but actually learning to just embrace our true selves and seeing what messages Spirit's bringing us to help us understand, you know, what's going on in our lives, and, you know, how are we awakening better to our true nature, to our true self, and living in our authenticity. So Spirit is just such a blessing to all of us to help us understand what's going on and help us, you know, just find our way back to our true self and staying in that beautiful energy of Spirit, rather than getting all triggered or upset by what's going on in the matrix, because it's so distracting and it's obstructing us from just being in the love of Spirit. So hopefully we get some nice messages come through today from Spirit on how we're all getting on and what's going to be happening in the next few days. So I'm using the angelic love messages here for our relationship message, and then I'm going to use the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell for what our spirit guides are helping us with over the next week. Okay, so we'll go into Taurus first. Taurus for the week ahead. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, gratitude. A thank you goes a long way. Okay, so being grateful for the people that you do have in your life, and if you don't have many people in your life, being grateful to yourself, you know, being grateful to Spirit for everything that they're teaching you, and also being grateful that you're finding your true self and finding your way. So it looks like you're going to be feeling more grateful for everything that's happening and how well you are doing. You're making some important breakthroughs over the next week with all of that, because gratitude is a really high spiritual energy, isn't it? Let's see what else we get. Okay, so, you know, you're going to have such a happy week. It's unbelievable. There is breakthroughs. There's a lot of happiness here with the Ten of Cups. This is about feeling more emotionally happy and joyful in yourself and celebrating things that you're happy about within yourself. And you've also got the Sun card. So you are making a lot of realizations about things in your life, perhaps to do with a relationship, but also to do with yourself. Things getting revealed all the time over the next week to you, because that's what the Sun card represents. Things being revealed, awakening, seeing things more clearly and feeling happier. So you're going to be feeling happier over the next week, more emotionally fulfilled within yourself, more conscious. There's somebody connected to you who is quite a free spirit here, okay? And they've also got the Nine of Wands, which is a bit of a defensive energy. It's somebody who's probably a bit bitter about all the wounds they've got and all the challenges they've had to get through, and it may have made them a bit bitter, or a bit defensive and a bit closed off, but they're very determined. This is somebody who's got a free spirit, you know, and if you know, there isn't anyone in particular you're thinking about, I would say to you that the collective energy over the next week is positive, and it's like you're connecting more with people who are free spirits, Perhaps people that have got a lot of wounds, or, you know, have had to fight their own battles as well. But like you, they're sort of determined to get through things. So you're connecting to better energies here. And you could also be understanding a lot about somebody who is defensive, you know, in your life. But maybe you're realising things about yourself in the process. Your person is saying here, I'm going through an awakening. So it does show you that you probably are coming into contact with people who are starting to awaken to things, and you are the same, really. Let's have a look. There could be some sort of realisation going on about a particular relationship in your life, but also I think there's loads of things going on within you that you're now understanding. It's like you can see things and observe people being defensive, or people, I don't know, being unpredictable and just doing what they want. But, you know, you're quite happy because you kind of have realised a lot of things about yourself. So I don't think it's kind of affecting you so much that if other people are disappointing you or being defensive, it's not really affecting you. And your spirit guides are saying healing is happening. You are not broken. Trust the process. It is safe to soften. So soften to yourself, you know, and being happy within yourself over the next week. And like I said, if you've got a relationship with somebody who's a bit unpredictable or defensive or anything like that, you're going to be noticing things about that relationship. And I think on the whole, it's not going to be upsetting you. I think you're actually connecting a lot of dots in your head. And Spirit is really saying that you're headed in such a happy direction now. So you're going to be feeling more fulfilled. It's like you're embracing yourself, you're embracing your life more. So it looks like it's really set up to be a good week for Taurus, okay? And you might even be having realizations about, I don't know, things that you've been doing, like sometimes we have addictions or things like that, or obsessions to cope, and you might be realizing now that you're not so reliant on those types of obsessions or addictions, things like that as well. So it just looks lovely for Taurus there. Let's go into Virgo. Virgo for the week ahead. What message do we get for Virgo for the week ahead? Return. Someone from your past may return. Oh, blimey. Now, don't forget, this can actually be a good thing about yourself, returning to yourself, returning to who you really are, not the person that people wanted you to be, but returning to your true nature, who you've always really wanted to be, and you are returning to that. And you're enjoying time by yourself more. Now, there could be somebody who is connected to you, who does want to see you. Yeah, I mean, you're basically feeling more happy. There's been some good news for you recently. If you haven't received, like, good news coming in the sort of, I don't know, whatever way that you might expect it to, it could just be good news that you're now at a point where you are more excited about life again, you know. And there does look like there could be attraction between you and somebody else, okay, as well. And you do have the Queen of Cups card, which is like the next week, you're just more in your flow. You're more in touch with yourself. You're feeling more spiritually connected. You're more connected to your own emotions. You're more peaceful, okay. Let's see what's going on with your person or situation. Okay, I do think there is somebody here that definitely cares about you. There's the Page of Cups. You've got the Page of Wands and they've got the Page of Cups. You're sort of like a match to this person or this situation. You are. And there's obviously an attraction between you and a situation, or you and a person. And it looks like this person or situation is going to be making good judgment and going into a better, healthier chapter. Okay. You know, primarily, I think this is because your energy is looking really good. at the moment. You know, you're much more in tune to yourself. You're much more in a nicer spiritual vibration. And you're sort of attracting kindness and things that you enjoy. And you're attracting really a better chapter in your life at this time. Somebody who cares about you could make a good decision. You know, there's somebody here that's undecided. It says here, I'm undecided about us. I need time to think this through. Please don't rush me. You know, I think you've got a sense, there's a very sensitive energy here around you, but this sensitive energy does look like it's going to make the right decision. Okay. And, you know, like I said, it could be a situation that is meant for you that would be very like fulfilling. And it looks like it's kind of coming towards you. If it's a person, like I said, I do feel like somebody here could make a decision to reach out or connect with you in some way. Let's see what your spirit guides are saying. The rose threads, inner call, soul-led, the mystic, and living courageously. That's so amazing. I will read it out again because the writing on the cards is so tiny. But it says, inner call, soul-led, the mystic, and living courageously. And that is really the epitome of the Queen of Cups. You know, you are being supported by Spirit at this time to courageously live as yourself and to just honour yourself more and honour Spirit more, you know, and you're allowing yourself to just accept yourself as you are. It does take courage to do that, and to live within the heart takes a lot of courage because you're not getting dragged out into drama all the time. You're committing and promising to yourself to stay more centered spiritually in the heart. Spirit's helping you to do this. You're maturing basically, you know, and you're being kinder to yourself. So something looks like it's gonna come good for you, all right? Something that seems to be in the beginning stages, seems like it's going to come forward for you over the next week, which is lovely. So let's see what that is. I'm just gonna have a bit of my lemonade. Okay, we're going to go into Capricorn. See what message we get for Capricorn for the next week. Okay, choices. Pause before you choose. You've got here. So Spirit is encouraging you to really get in touch with yourself over the next week, you know, to really feel how you feel in the heart rather than in the mind. And you could have a choice at this point in terms of how you approach something to do with your relationships. You know, you are being more logical and rational compared to how you were previously. You're reviewing things more in a rational kind of way, and you are thinking more clearly than you used to. And you're actually going to feel a lot happier over the next week. It's sort of like a mini celebration because of the fact that you are more conscious and can choose how you react to things in a more conscious way, you know, because you are seeing more clearly, and it's putting you in a more of a position of not power, but, you know, personal power. And that feels really good. You know, it feels really good for you to just be able to live your life and be more truthful to who you are, you know, and stay more focused, you know, rather than getting affected by other people so much. So, you know, you're sort of really coming into your power over the next week about things in your life, and particularly about relationships. You're coming more into your power, and you feel more free and liberated You're more independent, you know. And there's definitely less kind of neediness there. Now, your person's been very confused, or there's a situation in your life that's been confusing and sort of a bit blocked or delayed. But your person or your situation is going to be having a breakthrough over the next week. They're sort of going to come through this kind of like fog and they're figuring something out about themselves at the moment. Let's see what your person's thinking. If it's a situation, it's going to sort of move from being very stuck to a sort of a bit of a breakthrough with this situation. Yeah, somebody's saying, why won't you give me space? I can't grow. You know, this is the situation that is stuck or delayed or confused. And it's like, because they're trying to figure something out, or Spirit's trying to figure something out first, before it can proceed. So, yeah, somebody's going through some kind of inner discovery, if you like, some sort of journey they're going through, and they're going to be making some sort of breakthrough with that this week, and they'll be feeling better because of it. You know, now your spirit guides are saying the child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness and tenderness. So it's quite nice. Spirit is really helping Capricorn a lot at the moment, because Spirit is helping you to be nurturing to yourself and more tuned in to your true nature, you know, more kind to yourself and your heart. But equally, you're also noticing that you can be more rational and see things more clearly. So there's a really nice balance going on within Capricorn over the next week. So you're going to be noticing that you are much more free. You're not needy for anything. And you kind of feel more liberated, like you can make choices about what you want to do and how you want to do things. So it really does look like a good energy for the week ahead for Capricorn there. You've kind of just got, you know, the clarity, but you've also got the ability to kind of care for yourself as well at the same time. So it will be interesting to see, obviously, what breaks through for you this week. Something's gonna come good. Okay, so we'll go into Aquarius for the next week. Sorry, I'm in my dressing gown today. I'm nurturing myself at the moment. Right, you've got the card Commitment, Aquarius. Commitment, congratulations, it is time to celebrate. So important breakthroughs happening for you over the next week, and feeling happy, you know. And a relationship card does start off with ourselves, so you're being more committed to your true self, not the ideas and the thoughts in your head, but actually your true self, being more committed to that. And that is a really good thing, you know. You're going to be feeling happier over the next week, and sort of it's a mini celebration for you. Wow. I mean, this is incredible, really. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So there has been a massive change in your life fairly recently, and this change is divinely timed. It was always meant to happen at this time, you know, and basically it signifies you are in a more happier part of your life now. Not only that, but over the next week, Spirit is saying this is now an opportunity for you, directly given to you by Spirit. And it's an opportunity for you to do lots of things that are going to be much more in your favour. Perhaps being healthier, perhaps making more money, you know, perhaps just growing within yourself as well. It's just it's an opportunity for you maybe as well to really start connecting with people in a better way. Your person has really recently been making some better decisions. They've got the Judgment card, and they are also, like you, mirroring you, moving into a better period of time in their life. Now, this person has got the Queen of Swords. They could be grieving something, all right? And you probably know that. But at the same time that they may be grieving things for the past or what have you, they have got quite a clear vision of how they do want things to happen going forward. It is a bit of ego in this person, I'm not going to lie, because ultimately it's not really down to us how things do go. It's down to spirit. But yeah, so this person could come across a bit cold at times, or if it's a situation, it's a situation that does look like it's moving into a better direction, but it could still be a bit cold. And, you know, I think you are probably using that as an opportunity to grow in yourself, and seeing that it's a positive thing rather than it being a painful thing. I think this is now a really positive thing for you, because you really now understand what's going on, and you can see that this is an opportunity for your growth and progress. Let's see what your person's thinking. I can't let go of the past. See, so your person underneath is grieving things, you know. They might not be grieving a person, but they might be grieving something to do with the past. But, you know, that's their journey to go on. And it's just something that you can use for your own spiritual practice. What's Spirit helping you with this week? Come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance and desires. Well, that's interesting, because a lot of people do describe this card as a card of desire, you know, like a card of passion and new passions. Your spirit guides are helping you to attract, to receive abundance, and also be free with your desires. So, or be clear on your desires. So there's so much support here for you, Aquarius, from Spirit at this time, and this week should be very good news for you. Like, I honestly think it's unlimited what could happen for you this week. Really unlimited. And you could feel really excited about that, because it's like you're suddenly realising the way you can proceed with something now. Okay. And like I said, there's definitely scope here for more money, more abundance. That's in the card as well. So very good for Aquarius this week. I'm just going to have a bit more lemonade. We're going to Gemini for the week ahead. Ooh. Gemini. Ahead, focus on what is in front. So, Spirit is really helping you to just be very present at this time and not find yourself, you know, bogged down by the past or disappointments or anything like that. It's really all about you being very present. And that's a very liberating thing. When we feel present, it means we're very liberated. I think you're just really connected to yourself at this time. Over the next week, just noticing how connected you are to yourself and like just following what feels right for you. Yeah, you have made a lot of important discoveries about yourself lately with the Page of Cups. That is like the most innocent, sweetest energy. It's kind of what we all really are underneath in the heart, you know. And so you're taking care of yourself, you know. You're taking much better care of yourself now. You are more present and you're taking the opportunities that come up for your growth, you know, and you're not pushing things away. You're actually, but the only thing, you could be feeling a bit tired because of there's been so much work to do. There might also be something you can sort of drop doing at this point, and it would actually make things easier for you. But whether you're ready to drop that or not, you know, is sort of dependent on how you're feeling. Let's see what's going on with your person. There is somebody here that's quite cold. It's like they've been going through a grieving process of some kind. This week they actually look more social, more happy. They're sort of celebrating how far they've come, you know, through difficulties, and they're actually feeling more liberated and free in themselves, you know, to enjoy themselves a bit more. They might sometimes get distracted by things. I'm not going to lie, with that card, they could sometimes get a bit, you know, distracted by enjoying things rather than, I don't know, maybe doing more meaningful things. But on the whole, your person's learning to be happier, or a situation that's been quite cold could be a bit more happy this week, and you could receive some happy news from somebody. This person deep down, they do say, have you moved on? I'm worried. So there's an energy here of somebody who, you know, is actually in a bit of pain underneath, and that's why they can be quite cold at times. It's just an energy. They might not be thinking, have you moved on specifically, but it's like there's pain body in this person, and I think they're trying to learn how to really connect with themselves, and sometimes they don't always go about it the right way. Let's see what your spirit guides are helping you with. The Mystic Rose: compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. So your spirit guides are helping you to be more compassionate, more devoted to yourself, more devoted to spirit, to be more humble, and to have more grace for others. So where you know, obviously the more compassion you have for yourself, you can be more compassionate to others. So spirit is really helping Gemini to just come more in touch in your heart, okay, and be more kind to yourself. And it feels like there's something that you're still doing that might not be very kind, okay, but I think spirit will help you with that over the next week, and because spirit knows you're getting a bit tired. So you're going to get help from spirit this week, and you could notice that somebody connected to you who can be quite cold at times, they might reach out, they might be more happy this week. Equally, you might notice they get a bit distracted at times, but you know, I do get the sense that there's a situation that's sort of improving there. It's early days, but it is improving. Okay, so let's go into Libra. Happiness. Unlock the doors to happiness. Okay, so the next week is all about your happiness. Yay. Feeling more happy. Finally figuring out how to unlock that door to happiness. And that door is obviously within ourselves. And you're going through such a massive transformation, and it's actually magical. You're going through, you've got the Death cards. There is some sort of major transformation you're going through this week, and it's leading you to be much, much happier, you know. And you've got the Magician card. It's raising your vibration. This transformation you're going through is actually raising your vibration, so that you will end up attracting happiness, more happiness. Your person here, you've got somebody here with the Page of Cups energy. I think this person likes you, they care about you, but it's quite an immature energy. Now, they're moving forward more smoothly. They're starting to figure out the roles that different people play in their lives, and they're a bit more at peace with that, and they're going to be moving forward more smoothly this week. They're sort of realising, there could be somebody that's realising that they do care about you, and they're realising about themselves that they need to be a bit easier on themselves. They've got the card, I need to have more fun. Let's see what your spirit guides are helping you with this week. Clarity, it's the morning dew. Clarity, a fresh start, and a positive outlook. Wow. Morning dew. Isn't that amazing? So your spirit guides are helping you go through this transformation. And it's an ending of the old ways you were doing things. Okay? And they're basically saying that this week's going to be a whole new week, a whole new start for you. And it's a much happier, higher vibration. Okay, and then you're also going to be seeing somebody moving along more smoothly, somebody who's quite sensitive underneath, you know, and they're starting to realise a few things, okay? So that's quite interesting. I'm going to take my dressing gown off now. I've been working for, was it half an hour? Yeah, sorry about this. Reveal myself. Oh dear, sometimes when I start working, I'm like, it's just too cold. I don't really want to feel cold when I first start working. Oh dear, let's have a bit of lemonade. Maybe you've got a drink. Right. Okay, so we go into Leo. Leo for the next week. Let's see what we get for Leo. New beginnings. Look forward to a new beginning. So this is a whole new chapter for you, isn't it? And I know it is. I've been showing this so clearly. It's a whole new chapter for you to be happy in yourself. Okay. Could be a new beginning for a relationship as well. You know, you are much more empowered than you previously were. You are much more empowered. It's like you do know who you are now. And once you know who you are, you're able to be more empowered and deal with things more effectively. And that's what you're doing over the next week. You are doing multiple things. Spirit knows you're working really hard, and you are putting your best energy into every sort of aspect of your life, and it's fantastic. You're going to become an expert at what you're doing. Now, you do deal here with somebody who's a bit immature, but they have a lovely nature, okay, with the Sun card. This person is starting to wake up and realise things, and I think they're realising a lot of stuff to do with their pain, and maybe sometimes they have paranoid thoughts or things like that, troublesome thoughts, and they're going to be realising probably that these thoughts are just thoughts, and that there's really nothing to, why are they letting these thoughts get to them, you know? This person says, I'm focused on work. So their work could be something that they use to either hide behind or in order to sort of heal themselves. But I think Spirit is getting them to realise now other things. And so, all right, they might be working, or they might be doing what they do, even if they don't work, they might be doing whatever it is they normally do to avoid things, but they're kind of realising a lot anyway. And it's like, there's no escape. I think this person's being, in a way, brought to their knees by Spirit so that they have to face something and they don't run away from it anymore. You know, because you've empowered yourself. You've got yourself into a position where you don't run away from things now. And you are moving in a very positive direction. So you probably have compassion for this person. And you have got the Morning Dew card as well. Clarity, a fresh start and a positive outlook. And you've got the new beginnings as well. So I'm not going to reshuffle because that has got to be meant for you, because you've got new beginnings and a Morning Dew. So they're both cards about a new beginning, really. So this is such a positive time for you, okay? Such a positive time. Okay, let's go into Aries. Aries for the week ahead. Honesty. Relationships need trust. Okay, and the first relationship is that with ourselves. So being really honest with yourself. And if somebody's not really being honest with you, it's happening because it helps you to figure out where you're not being honest with yourself. And that is so much more beneficial anyway. To, you know, don't worry about anyone that's not really being honest with themselves or not being honest with you. It's actually helping you to be more honest with yourself, which is the most important part. Okay, and you are really being honest with yourself. You really are being your true self. You've got the Two of Cups, which is the reunion card. So it's like the reunification with the self, you know, like you're meeting yourself for the first time. You're just not doing that in a scary way. You're doing it in such a loving way. And it's like, wow, you know, like, this is me. This is who I am. This is my life. This is how I like to live, you know, and all of these wonderful things. And I can be okay if I'm a bit different to other people or whatever, you know. Now, it does give out a soulmate vibration. You've also got the King of Wands card, which is basically you in your maturity, making better decisions. You're much more mature. You're more responsible. Wow. Aries, you're slaying it. You know, you are the Emperor, aren't you? So, you know, you're more rational. You know, you can be more rational when you're coming from your own authentic place, can't you? Once you know who you really are, you can then act in more rational ways. And that's what you're doing over the next week. And you will be honest with somebody, but you'll also be being very honest with yourself. And that's the most important part, like I said. Now, Spirit is showing somebody connected to you who's very attracted to you. Okay. This person can get distracted easily. If it's a child or a friend and it's not a lover, then they're bonded to you. All right. But whoever this person is, they can be immature, they can be distracted, they can be unfocused, and they can spread themselves too thin, that type of energy. They may be thinking a hell of a lot, I think, about you over the next week. They really want to retreat, and they may be thinking about you, or they may be thinking about this situation more. And they're really wanting to take more wise actions, okay, going forward. They do really want to get in touch with themselves. And, well, the first card, honesty. I think you've got someone here who struggles to be honest. And now they're sort of going through a process over the next week of being more honest with themselves and really just therefore moving into more wise actions going forward, which will be more easier to work with this person. So you could see somebody starting to turn around here, which will be good. You've already turned around. You've already turned yourself around. I can see that in the cards. You're probably a little bit further on than this person. This person is bonded to you. I feel so much love for you. And your spirit guides are helping your person. Let's see. Well, helping you, sorry. Oh, you've got the Morning Dew card. This card keeps coming out, so let's just shuffle a bit more. Well, I just said, it's funny what came out of my mouth, because I said, let's see what Spirit is helping this person with. And it says a fresh start and a positive outlook. And that's why they've got the retreat cards, because like I said, they're thinking a lot and they're thinking about more wise actions. So let's just say that card must be for them then. I'm just thinking that's probably how Spirit meant it to be, because I never normally say that. pick a card for your person. So Spirit's helping your person come into a more positive outlook and a more positive beginning, where they're going to be taking more wise actions going forward. For you, what have you got? The reunion. Oh my God. That is so mad, because you've already got that reunion card. It just shows how Spirit is so close to you at the moment over the next week, Aries. At the moment now and over the next week. Soul recognition, collaboration, partnership and friendship. See? So I said you're coming into the soulmate vibration, because your reunion with the self, soul recognition, recognizing yourself, and it's lovely energy. You're happier, you're more mature, and you're making the right judgments. You're not being so reactive because you're more in touch with yourself. And Spirit is helping you in your friendships, your partnerships, you know, and they're helping you as well sort of connect to yourself. So Spirit's doing loads for you. So there could definitely be more honesty coming into not only your own spiritual life, in your own relationship with yourself, but more honesty between you and somebody else, okay, over the next week. So it's good. We're going to Sagittarius. Sorry, I just have to have my lemonade. Sagittarius for the next week. Heal, revitalise your heart. Okay, so special time over the next week for your heart to just heal. You may have been purging quite a lot of inner child neediness stuff, and maybe other things like loneliness, feeling like you don't fit in, those types of feelings, and they're all just being taken away by Spirit. You're coming into your truth. You're seeing yourself as you really are with the Tower card. And it is a bit of a blow when we see ourselves as we really are, but then we can actually be more realistic and authentic in all of our relationships, and in our life, you know, and you're building a much more solid foundation for yourself over the next week. You're reaching a milestone, and you could be really celebrating your sort of, you'll be celebrating something in your life that's got a more of a solid foundation now. And that includes you as well. So this is really good news for you this week, the healing work that's going on. Your person's got the Sun card, so they're quite immature, but they're equally quite a lovable character. Okay, and they're going to be having a lot of realizations over the next week, and they're coming more into a better alignment. They're very attracted to you, and you're very attracted to them. This is somebody that's, I would say, waking up to a hell of a lot at the moment, and they actually do want to step up to the plate here. And just as I said that, look at the card that came out, I want to commit to you. So if this is a situation in your life, get ready, because I feel like this situation is coming into, some sort of situation is coming into fruition for you over the next week. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are saying. The rose thread, inner call, soul-led, the mystic, and living courageously. You are living courageously, Sagittarius, massively. And Spirit is helping you to live courageously. Spirit is helping you to be led by your soul and sort of be the mystic that you are, you know, by facing your demons, facing the truth and seeing things as they really are in truth. And it's like, wow, from that solid foundation, you can go forward, you know, with positive energy, knowing that you're healing yourself, you know, and it does take courage, but you're doing it. And that's why some sort of situation is going to start coming into fruition for you over the next week, and you will be celebrating that. You're going to be feeling much more solid within yourself over the next week. It's like a big breakthrough happening. Okay, so let's go into Scorpio. Oh, I just picked your spirit guide card first. That is so funny. Well, I'm just gonna read it because I must have done that for some sort of unbeknown reason. Spirit want me to do it. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Okay, So that's an important message. The blueprint is within you. So you must have picked up signs and information lately that there's something going through your ancestral line, or something like you sense something within you from when you were very young and it's coming into fruition now. Okay, and Spirit is helping you to take the next step now along your journey. Your relationship card is free will. The path you take is up to you. The path you take is up to you, and the other card says take the next step. That's crazy, isn't it? So Spirit is massively empowering Scorpio over the next week. You're massively empowered and supported the next week. I mean, the changes you're going through are quite unbelievable. You've got the Two of Cups, you've got the King of Wands, which just came out before, and the Queen of Wands. I'm just going to take that. You're just coming into such a better balance. You've got the Two of Cups, which is balance. Okay, it's ultimate potential in the tarot. It's soulmate vibration. It's finding yourself. And, you know, with the King and the Queen, you are coming into your true alignment, your maturity. You're very attractive over the next week. So you could be attracting an opportunity over the next week, which could be really amazing. You're really exuding an amazing aura over the next week. You're so empowered to just live your life and do it in such a mature way, like such a conscious way. There's no bitterness, there's no sadness, there's no confusion anymore. This is really amazing energy for Scorpio in this soul family. Now, you've got here the Page of Swords and the Judgment for your person or your situation. There is a person here that has probably been watching you, thinking about you, and they're going to be making a better judgment. They've been very, very careful, very, very cautious, but they're going to be making a judgment, a choice, a decision over the next week to move into a better chapter with you. If this is a opportunity, there is an opportunity here that has probably been difficult and challenging to get off the ground, but it's happening. It really is happening now, okay? Your person is underneath. What's going on? I'm at a crossroads choosing which path to take. Yes, until you came into your empowered, mature energy, this situation was just staying very stuck and it wasn't progressing, okay? But now I can see here Scorpio just, I mean, I just can't keep saying it, maturing. It's like mastery. It's like being the person you were always meant to be. And Spirit is saying now is the time to take the next steps, okay? So that's it, really. Like, you're ready. You're absolutely ready for something now. It could be ready for finally to be you. Yeah. It could be ready finally for a relationship. It could be that you're ready finally for an opportunity. It's now going to be happening. So it's a really exciting week for Scorpio there. Let's go into Pisces. Pisces for the next week, you've got denial, see the truth about a situation. So the next week, these cards always start off with ourselves first because it's a relationship card, and all relationships are a reflection of a relationship with ourselves. So coming out of denial about certain things that you couldn't see about yourself previously, but now you can see that. And that's a beautiful thing. It's something that is not easy to do, because intimacy with ourselves is really tricky in this soul family. Like, I mean, I think generally humanity struggles with intimacy. We see that everywhere, don't we, across the world? But I think in our soul family, I do want to say intimacy is something that's not easy for us because of childhood issues, you know, our karmas. So you're gonna really be seeing yourself a lot more clearly over the next week and not have less blind spots. And it's so empowering when you make these types of breakthroughs. So Pisces, you're going to be very empowered over the next week. It's going to make things easier for you. It's going to be easier for you to make decisions. It's going to be easier for you to take action appropriately. You know, it's going to be easier not to get so reactive about things. Yeah, you've come out of the moon. Look at that. I mean, that is the denial card. That is the card of darkness, you know, where there's nothing being revealed and it's so confusing and it's like, I can't see. These are my blind spots. I can't see. And because of that, we tend to get very triggered. But Spirit has been telling you, stay still, stay still. Tune in. And that's what you've been doing. Beautiful job you've done. You've got the Temperance card. You're coming into your equilibrium. You're coming into your balance. You're loving yourself. You know, I'm not saying you need to apologize to yourself, but you are. You're forgiving yourself. You're forgiving others. You're coming into a beautiful balance between Spirit and yourself. And you're more embracing and peaceful. So this is just an incredible energy for Pisces the next week in this soul family. You could feel very much at peace with something that could have been really aggravating you previously. And your person or your situation, they've got the Queen of Swords, which is like they've been grieving. It's quite a cold energy. And they go into the Fool. So there's somebody that is sort of liberating themselves over the next week from their past. They're wanting to liberate themselves from the past. You know, they want to be free from their suffering. So they're ready for a new day, but they might still be a bit scared. And underneath what they say, I do listen to what you say and I try to find a solution within myself. Okay, so there is a lot going on underneath that cold exterior. If it's a situation that would have felt like cold and it was like that nothing was moving with this situation, there could definitely be some movement over the next week, and there's been divine forces at play and reasons why it hadn't come to fruition as yet. But it looks like over the next week there could be some beginnings of some movement here with that situation. So you're now tuned in enough and made these realizations that you can be very gentle and patient, okay, which would have probably been really difficult before. And you've got here inner call, soul-led, the mystic, and living courageously. Well, yeah, it takes a lot of courage to keep moving forward when you've got the moon energy and you don't know what the hell's going on in your life or what the hell's going on with you. But you are now coming out of that moon energy. You've had to dig deep and be very psychic and spiritually connected. And you've done that work. And you now do have that spiritual balance and connection. And you're exuding more compassion and love. And Spirit is helping you to carry on being courageous, because you still might need a bit of courage with this situation because it still seems like it's very early days. Okay, and then we'll go into Cancer. Cancer, right, we've got the friendship card. Successful couples are good friends. Well, that's nice, isn't it? And first of all, the relationship card always starts off with ourselves. So because your relationship with others is a reflection of the relationship with yourself. So you're becoming a better friend to yourself. You're being kinder to yourself. And that then does make it easier to be friends with others, because we can only give to others what we can give to ourselves. And I could never really see that before, but it is true. Let's see what else. Oh, lots of realizations. Things are much, much clearer to Cancer now. Much clearer. And you've got a higher level of consciousness. You might still sometimes find yourself acting in immature ways. But you can actually see what you do when you do those immature things. You can observe it and you can kind of be real with yourself and go, oh, you know, It's the way I am, and embrace it, you know, embrace it. Like, it's fine. It's fine to have flaws. It's fine to be different from other people, you know. I don't need to be scared of that. I can actually love that about myself. And, you know, you're coming into your true nature. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups for me is like such a, oh, sorry, that's typical. Right at the end. Hang on a sec. Thank you. Thank you, that's lovely. Thanks very much. Oh dear. Sorry about that. It had to happen because I saw the delivery was going to arrive around this sort of time. Yeah, the 6 of Cups for me, it's a very pure energy. It's a pure vibration, and because it's like a childhood sentimental type of vibration, all right? And it's from the past. So it's like returning back to your true self, returning back to your true Cancerian energy. You're having so many realizations over the next week. And it's so nice because you can relax and just be you. Instead of like, because the crab, we tend to have a hard shell, but it's not really us, is it? Because underneath it, we're quite soft, you know? And so it's like you're allowing yourself to really be that, you know, who you are actually underneath. And it's a lovely feeling to do that. So you're being kinder to yourself, you're being more of a friend to yourself. You're also just realising realistically who you are, so that you can have, because how can you have realistic expectations of others when you don't even have a realistic sort of outlook of yourself and a realistic expectation of yourself? So, you know, when we're out of touch with others in our lives, it's because we're out of touch with ourselves. So Cancer's doing some amazing work this week in our soul family, to really sort of uncover who you are, and it's so lovely to see. And the feeling of it is great. Like you should be feeling much happier, gentler, softer over the next week. Noticing that you probably are interacting with others with more kindness and compassion. Oh my God, your person's a match for you. They're realising a hell of a lot. Look at this, the Sun to the Sun. So there's a situation in your life that has probably been quite immature, and maybe a bit all over the place and unpredictable. And there's massive realisations going on with this situation in your life over the next week. And, you know, this person's waking up, if it's a person, they're going to be realising how, you know, how they project their wounds onto you. They're going to be realising that they do block people out. It's like you're both realising your blind spots, and you're both realising, oh my God, you know, this is what I'm really like, and this is kind of what I do. So I would say your person's still got purging to do. They might be purging a bit this week. They might still shut down a bit. It's like they wake up, then they shut down, and they wake up, then they shut down. And we all sort of do that, really. And that's why I think Cancer, we can have a bit of compassion, because we know we do that. We have got that hard shell, you know. And if we've got someone in our life who's doing that, it's really because that's what we do. And maybe we actually feel quite comfortable with people who are like that in a way, you know. Let's have a look at what your person's feeling like underneath. They're saying, I feel so much love for you. So they might get some difficult feelings coming up this week, but they're also realising that they do care about you. If you are not in a relationship, there's a situation in your life that is going through some sort of transformation, and it's kind of lining up for you, but I would say to you, it's not quite materializing yet. It still needs to come into full alignment. I think it really is meant for you, this situation, but I think the more you are a friend to yourself, the more connection you get with yourself, that is going to be the best way for this situation to finally come into full alignment for you. And I think that's what Spirit is helping you to do, to just be the true Cancerian you are and focus on that first and foremost. And you have got the card, the Bud. Potential, promise, it is about to happen, keep going. I'm going to say that again because that's mad. Potential, promise, it is about to happen, keep going. See? So it is about to happen. Your relationships are all moving into a lovely friendship vibration. Your relationship with yourself is moving into a lovely friendship vibration. You are awakening to who you really are, and very gradually allowing that to shine out, which is quite hard sometimes for Cancerians. But when we do, once we get into alignment, we are the Empress. So, you know, and then it's like, yeah. So Spirit's helping you at the moment because there's something here that's got a lot of potential. It is about to happen, and they are saying to you to keep going. All right. So that's the message. I'm sending you lots of love and peace for your week ahead. If you want to book in, just contact me. Everything's written below. If you want to reach out and book in, you're very welcome. And also, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up as well. Lots of love across Gaia, wherever you are. Peace.